bring like extra clothes and like head. Alright. When my desk gets really sticky, you guys can take your gym clothes home and wash them. That's what I heard. Shut the store. It'd be nice if we had an on-site washer and dryer. I mean, that's maybe you should bring that. Lazy. That's kind of lazy. But I do a load. Alright.
We're going to do it a little bit differently today and start standing. Come on up. I know Sarah forgot her clothes, so she's practicing in jeans. So we're switching everything up.
That's why I'm going to stay in the back in case anything goes out here. Then I'll just pull the trigger.
Glad to see everybody here today. Glad you could make it. If it's your first time, you don't need to be intimidated. I'm sure you can do everything today. I like to offer up some modifications, if you will. You don't have to try them all. They're not a challenge, more so just an offering for something that might feel better for you. I do also like to offer you to blink your eyes closed, so you can go ahead and do that now as you find a comfortable stance, feet about shoulder width distance apart. And let your arms and shoulders hang heavy on your sides. Take a big breath in. And a gentle, slow exhale out. Another one like that. And exhale. One more big breath in. And a slow exhale. Continue at a breath that speaks to you, that feels comfortable to you. And I like to explain why I like to invite you to blink your eyes closed. You took this time here to be intentional with yourself, with your movement, with your yoga practice, no matter how far you are into your yoga journey. I'm glad that you're here. And the intention of having your eyes closed is to alleviate any distractions around you and take you right inside to your personal practice, making your movements as mindful as you need to. With your next breath in, let's bring our arms up overhead, reaching fingertips to the sky. And as we exhale, bring your hands to prayer over your heart space. We'll pause here for a moment, and I like to take this posture to set an intention for your practice. And that can mean anything to you, but I love to offer the intention of grounding. And whatever your intention is, take a breath in, seal that in. And exhale, let your hands fall heavy to your sides. We're going to flow a sun A breath to movement just a couple times through. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, handing out the hips, forward fold. Nice and slow, travel down. Twinkle your hands towards your toes. Bend your knees a little bit. And then let your head hang heavy. Really feel this length through the hamstrings, maybe through your low back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Stay for the exhale. As you inhale, find a long, tall spine and press your hands into the tops of your thighs. Let's go here. You can always take a peek up here as a visual. Really strengthening the spine here with your inhale. And exhale, forward fold once more. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Nice and slow, arms up overhead. There's one. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time. Inhale, halfway lift. Long, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Climb to the top with your inhale. Nice and slow. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Nice slow rise to the top, breathing in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, hands high. Change here. Exhale, find a gentle back bend, opening up through the chest, elbows nice and wide. Lifting through the chest and chin. Breathe out. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. As you come into your forward fold, bring your feet nice and wide on your mat, maybe a little bit more than shoulder width distance. And again, find that bend in the knees. And then just let your head hang heavy. Maybe shake the head no, nod the head yes. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Breathe it in. Stay for your exhale. And then as slowly as you can fathom here, slower than you think you should go, we're going to come up to standing. Nice and mindful here. Stay for your breath. And then you can go ahead and reach the arms up overhead. Star pose here, and then go ahead and rock the hips side to side. Relieving any tension. Okay. From here, you guys are going to mirror me, so go ahead and point your right toes outward. So left toes pointing forward, right toes are pointing outward. You can bring your hands to a T, and then we're all going to sashay our hips that way. Okay, and then you might be starting to feel it a little bit through this leg. Maybe bring this hand to the leg, and the other arm to the sky. Really pressing down through all 10 toes. If you don't feel much, you can take that top arm and find a little bit of a curve through the upper body. Strong through the core. Breathe out. And inhale, we come all the way back up. Arms to the sky, point all 10 toes forward. Good. Roll that through your wrists. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Go ahead and point your left toes towards the inner wall. Arms to a T, hips to the window, and you might start to feel something here. Maybe bring the arms in. And a little modified triangle pose here. Breathe in. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, come back upright, all 10 toes forward. And then let's find that forward fold again. You can find any variation that feels good for you here, but I want to give a couple of arm options. So maybe bring your hands, clasp them at your low back. Keep your knees bent. And then you can go ahead and bring your fist forward, finding an opening through the shoulders. Only if that feels good to you. If you want to try a different arm variation, arms can hang down towards the ground, and you can grasp onto opposite elbows. Again, these are just options. Breathe in. Release any hand bind on your exhale. Go ahead and walk your feet in towards one another so until they're about shoulder width distance. Find your forward fold, big bend in the knees, head hangs heavy. And then curling down into a tiny little ball, drop your hips towards the ground. Just for a second, we lift up onto our toes. I know this one isn't the most comfortable, but gives those tiny muscles a little bit of a stretch. And then go ahead and sink your heels down towards the mat for a little lower calf stretch, a little balance. And then let's go ahead and come onto all fours here, tabletop. Your knees will stack underneath your hips. Hands nice and wide, wrists under the shoulders. And as you breathe in, drop your belly button towards the ground, tip your tailbone to the sky, and look forward, lifting your chin. Big breath in, feel that stretch to the abdominals. As you exhale, tuck the chin. Begin to round through the spine like an angry cat, or just a stretching cat, I guess, not necessarily angry, and tuck the tailbone under. Breathe out. Inhale, we flow through here. With your breath in, you drop the belly, look forward. And with your breath out, tuck the chin, arch through the spine. Now your breath may not match what I cue, and that's okay. Just move on through at your pace. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Do one more of each here. Balancing it out. And then come on back to a neutral spine. We're going to settle back into a child's pose for just a moment. So bring your toes together. Walk your knees out to the edges of your mat. And then sit your hips back. Walk your hands toward the top of your mat. And you can rest your forehead to the mat if it reaches, or pile your hands on top of one another for a little bit of a pillow. And we'll take a few rounds of breath here. Just let yourself settle and let gravity take over. Out. Inhale, walk your fingertips just a tiny bit more towards the top of the mat, elongating through the spine. And if you want to work some side stretches in here, walk your fingers off the right side of your mat, keeping the lower body the same, just walking the arms up and over. Maybe you feel that stretch through your tricep, shoulder, side body, low back or hip. Wherever you feel it, with your next breath in, send your attention there. And with your breath out, feel that space relaxing. One more breath in. And on your exhale, come back through center for a breath. Breathing in. And breathing out. When you're ready to find that balance, you can walk your fingertips off the other side of your yoga mat. You might not find the same depth, and that's okay. I just want you to find something that feels similar as it did on the other side. Find your shape and breathe. Breathe in. And on your exhale, come back through center for a breath. In. And back out. When we're ready, let's come on up to all fours. I do want to get a little bit of twisting going on with us. So when you're on all fours here, go ahead and reset, stacking the knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. And then you're going to take the left hand and move it a little bit more towards center, kind of like right below where your face looks. Right arm is going to spin up towards the sky, opening up to the right side. Roll out to the wrist. Maybe take a back stroke, maybe forward. And once you found a little bit of movement and you're ready for your stillness, you can keep the hands stretched to the sky. or bend at the elbow, wrapping around towards the opposite side of the body. Your choice. Again, these are just options. Big breath in. And as you exhale, take that right hand, loop it underneath your body here. Your right temple comes down towards the mat. Good. Stay here for a breath in. And back out. If this feels great, you could stay here, or you could take that left palm in front of your face and spin it open back behind your back. Maybe for a little bit more shoulder opening. Big breath in. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, unwind the left arm if it's wrapped. Press the left palm into the mat. Inhale, spin, open right onto the sky once more. Roll out to the wrist or shoulder, whatever feels nice here. We're going to balance it on the other side. This time, right palm is going to come down to about center of the mat here. Left arm spins up to the sky. You all know where we're going. Find a little bit of movement through the wrist and shoulder first. And breathe in. Keep it up for just one more. If you'd like to keep it stretched to the sky, that is awesome. If you bent and found that opening on the other side, want to try it here, you could try it. But know that if it doesn't feel good, you don't have to hold it. Breathe out. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, bring it down under the body, finding that. This is called thread the needle, so if you can imagine threading the needle here. Bringing the left temple down to the earth, find your resting posture. And if you'd like to spin that right arm up and back for a bind, you can try that here as well. Find your breath. Breathe in. Stay clear. Exhale. Inhale, unwind the right arm if you've wrapped. Press the palm into the ground. Left arm comes up to the sky once more. And release through the wrist, through the shoulder. We're going to relieve the knees in just a moment, but until we got one more shape on the knees. You're going to take your hands in almost like child's pose, but instead we're going to keep the chest, or keep the hips lifted and melt the chest to the ground. This is called melting heart or puppy pose. If this is a little tight in your shoulders, open your arms up to more of a Y shape. You might find a little bit more space to the chest. Big breath in. Stay for your exhale. And on your next inhale, let's come up and back to a nice tall seat. However is comfortable for you. How are you doing? Good and good? Okay, we've got about 10 minutes left. We will end on the floor, but I want to do a little bit of arm or neck stretches. Does anybody have a preference? Neck. Neck. Cool. Okay. We will do that. Okay. And again, any comfortable seat. I just want you to have a nice tall spine from your hips to crown of your head as much as possible. Now I'm going to turn around for a visual. Take your arms, bring them wide to a T. Right arm is going to bend. Left arm is going to bend and reach towards that right elbow. You might grab onto the right wrist. And we're not pulling, we're simply just holding. And then go ahead and guide your left ear towards your left shoulder.
And on your exhale, gently roll your chin towards center, moving slowly, touching any spots that feel good in between. And then let's roll back to the left side. And come back upright. Gonna switch out your grip here. So the left elbow is the one that we're reaching towards, whether you grab onto the wrist or find that place on the elbow. And then tipping the right ear towards the right shoulder, finding that sensation here. On your next inhale, sitting just a little straighter. And on your next exhale, really let the shoulders be heavy in this space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Roll the chin towards center if you'd like. Nice and slow. Exercise your lips to grow. And when you're ready, you can roll back to the right. Come on upright. Open arms wide to a T. This time as you cross, right arm is going to stay on top. Give yourself a big hug here. Walk your fingers towards one another. I want you to spin around on the back line of your body. And then lift your elbows up just a tiny little bit. This will help your posture become a little bit taller. Stay here if this feels good. You feel that stretch to the back line of the body around the spine. If you want to try something else with your arms, bend here. Bring the palms toward one another. And just get real twisty. Again, lift the elbows up just a little bit towards shoulder height. And find your breath. One more breath in. Stay for your breath out. Unwind. Inhale, open the arms wide like you're giving a big hug. And we'll balance out. Other side. Left elbow stacks on top. Let's start where we all did and reach the fingertips toward the spine. Already you'll probably notice your differences left to right, as we have probably all through practice. Stay here if this feels good. You want to try those eagle arms on this side. Go ahead and try that out. And find your breath. Only here for a couple more moments, but if at any time how you're sitting is uncomfortable, you can reposition. Stay for your next breath out. Inhale, arms nice and wide. And stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a breath in. And a breath back out. However is most comfortable to you, we're going to make our way onto our backs. Nice and slow. And as you come to your back, bringing your spine along your yoga mat, keeping it nice and long. Maybe bring your knees up towards your chest, wrapping your hands around the shins or backs of your thighs. Give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe stillness feels best for you here, or maybe you find a gentle rock side to side. A little massage in the low back. And come back to stillness in the center. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let go of your left leg, let it extend long. And breathe into however this feels in your body.
Today you might feel it a little bit more in your right glute, or maybe you feel it more in your left hip flexor. There's no wrong answer here, just simply an observation. Breathe in. And as you exhale, we will prepare for our twist across the body. So breathe in once more, give your knee a squeeze. And with this exhale, draw the right knee across midline towards the left side of the body, twisting through the spine here, finding your depth. Guide your right shoulder back down towards the earth. And maybe you turn and look over your right shoulder. Breathe here for a few moments together. Stay for your breath out. And on your next inhale, nice and slowly, come back through midline. Keep a grasp on the bent knee. We're going to keep driving it open, open, open towards the right side of the body. Opening through the inner groin, inner thigh for just a couple breaths. Breathe in, come back through center. Left knee bends and comes up. Curl into a ball. Give yourself a squeeze. And as you exhale, let the right leg extend this time. And melt into your variation of this shape, keeping the left knee close. Breathe into where you feel this. And as you exhale, imagine some relief. Exhale, prepare for the twist. Another inhale. And with this exhale, draw the left knee through midline, across the right side of the body. Good, nice and slow. Left shoulder might have come up a little bit. Let's bring it back down to the earth. And turn, look over the left shoulder if that's in your practice. Find a gentle but deep breath cadence that serves you. Breathe out. With your next inhale, slowly come back through midline. Keep a hold on the left knee, and we're going to open up towards the left side of the body here. Just for a couple breaths. In and out. One more breath in. And with the breath out, come back towards center. Bring the right knee in as well. As you wrap your arms around your shins or thighs, maybe again stillness feels good, or maybe you rock side to side, the length of your spine. That is all of the shapes I have to offer you. If there's any other movements that feel good for you for your practice today, you're welcome to take those now. But if you're ready for rest, you have earned it. You can find your Shavasana, your final resting posture. Traditionally, it's lying flat on your mat, but it can look however you want it to. You can keep your eyes closed for the remainder of class. I will mark the time. The only thing you have yet to do is just be and breathe. In and out. We have the rest of the afternoon to simply be together, but we must come back. And I invite you to do that by gently wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling out through the wrists and ankles. Maybe turn your head to the right and to the left. And then slowly roll onto your right side. And begin to press yourself up to your seat. And keep your eyes closed for just a few more moments. As you come to your seat, sit up nice and tall. Place your left hand over your heart, right hand over your left, and just feel the beat for a few moments. May there be peace in the mind, strength in the body, and love in the heart. Namaste. Thanks, Nicole. Have a good one. Don't want to go back, do you?